Hey folks, welcome to Bify Bricks. Hope you're all well. In today's video, let's talk about Playmobil's news of a $400 or £450 Starship Enterprise from Star Trek, and of course the A-Team van and the stunning 007 Aston Martin. Could these latest advances into the nostalgia market slightly threaten LEGO Group's dominance in coming years, especially when it comes to price? Now, you may know that I started collecting Star Wars LEGO in 2009, and for me it was absolutely a journey through nostalgia. Iconic Star Wars ships and characters I grew up with in the 80s and 90s and loved, and LEGO, of course, one of my favourite childhood toys. There were amazing UCS sets and even some quite complicated and expensive sets of the system range, which were very much aimed at adults. But fast forward to 2019, 2020 and 21, it's gone insane. It's like LEGO are in a race to swamp the market. Now we've got the Sesame Street, Winnie the Pooh, Friends TV show, bloody Seinfeld. It's mental. We are in a totally new era of LEGO, and this current decade will be dominated by adult collectors, the huge sets, the nostalgia fest that Hollywood is also perpetuating and all the big toy brands are capitalizing on. As I'm sure you know, for many years, any existing IP from the 80s and 90s, even the obscure ones, are getting a remake or reimagining, and this has been ongoing and it's not going to stop. The fan bases are huge, and it's easy money if you can get it right. But even when they don't get it right, and they have messed up, for example, He-Man, Ghostbusters, Star Trek, and Star Wars, they can always rely on the original's appeal to sell the old school merchandise which everyone wants. And the German toy company Playmobil has been very selective about its recent expansion into licensed products. Their first foray into this was the Ghostbusters range, which is incredible. The details, the references, the scale, everything about this range is utterly brilliant. We have the full range at home and we play with it all the time. It's awesome. It's even better than the originals that I had in the 80s. Playmobil stuck to the original era and it ignored the 2016 film, and they made a huge success of it. Next, they gave Back to the Future fans what they've always wanted: actual proper toys with great figures, play features and all the detail we want. The DeLorean far surpasses any other version of the toy I can think of. The characters are brilliant, and the additional sets like Marty's black pickup are fantastic. Again, we bought it all. There's also been a Scooby-Doo mystery van, again with similar treatment and reverence paid to the original, and now we have the A-Team van. This thing, it is a dream. The figures are top notch, the play features, just about everything about it is just so good. And what can I say about the James Bond Aston Martin? Do I need to say anything about this? I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful toy. And you know what the best thing about all of these sets is? They're cheap. All the vehicles are under around £40. If these were LEGO and at this scale, it would be super expensive. Of course, LEGO is a different experience. It's all about the build. It's more expensive for them to manufacture, yes, we know, but not all adult collectors are willing to splurge a huge amount on LEGO, and Playmobil had cottoned onto this with very careful pricing early on, but that's starting to change. Yes, they are fundamentally aimed at kids as actual playable and very durable toys, but obviously a key market for them is now the adult collectors and parents of my generation who grew up watching this stuff. Now let's turn our attention to the Enterprise. Now this is breathtaking. It takes things to a whole new level. It really is a stunning toy. The display stand is so cool with a Starfleet emblem. The bridge opens up in the side section. It has lights and sounds as well. It's just the most perfect representation, accurate in every way, and clearly a quality made toy. And the price alone takes us out of the realm of a child's toy, and the 60s era also kind of removes it from most children's knowledge of Star Trek. In fact, it is essentially only being aimed at adults, especially in the advertising, as this is really an ultimate collector series kind of toy. And as I said, this takes Playmobil into new territory, and absolutely it does rival Lego. Lego have perhaps wisely shied away from Star Trek entirely, and to fulfill that desire from fans, other brands have made Star Trek construction sets, but nothing as expensive as this. And I'm not talking about Airfix models, I mean toys. This is a luxury toy, and when this goes on sale in September, I'm sure it will sell out fast. It's going to go incredibly well, I think. And if it all goes well, I hope they expand it to an Enterprise D, a Klingon bird of prey, maybe a shuttlecraft, and maybe even a Defiant from Deep Space Nine. Who knows, it really does depend on the sales. But if I were Lego, I'd be concerned that perhaps one of my few actual rivals might have finally gotten their act together and might start taking market share of my nostalgia market. Now, LEGO are just about to release the UCS 8080, and at 800 quid, this is surely going to be the most expensive set for some time. It marks a definite milestone in the expansion of the adult range and the Star Wars UCS collection. But is this peak Star Wars LEGO? Are we really going to see ever more expensive sets? Well, the demand is still huge, the profit is vast, and Star Wars still remains a cash cow for LEGO. They are the number one Star Wars toy in terms of sales, but what if Playmobil got in on the action? Now that would be interesting, a Playmobil Star Wars range. Let me know what you think about these new Playmobil sets. Do you think they can really take a few percentage points away from LEGO in terms of market share, or am I overinflating Playmobil's chances? And will you be buying the Enterprise? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed today's video, then please give it a like. It's a really nice boost for me to get some engagement on my videos. And whilst you're here, why not check out some of my other videos, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!